the sport of boxing is the wild, wild west. And for one, I don't lie to nobody. I ain't lie to nobody on the panel. I don't lie to nobody in the chat. I don't got to make up stories. Blue is 10 toes down. I'm the same dude everywhere I go. So when people talking about like Jay Wash 4, I hope all of y'all keep the same energy moving forward. I hope y'all keep the same energy moving forward, right? So talking about I disappointed y'all, I ain't disappoint nobody. Y'all don't pay attention very well, okay? And so let me explain something to you, right? Errol Spence and Terence Crawford fight was not happening in 2022. And as far as y'all talking about, I didn't know anything. Let me explain something to y'all. Terence Crawford and David Avanesyan signed at the 45 minutes before the fight was announced is when they signed. Right? So how the hell did I know anything? I didn't know anything. When it came to us, okay? When it was brought to us, and then we addressed Terence Crawford, right? And we said, okay, it looks like it was brought to our attention and to my attention that the fight is not going to happen. Okay? So let me explain this to people, because I know paying attention is expensive for people, but it's actually free. So the people that I see like William Old School and Jay Wash and all y'all that's supposedly BlueBlood Sports, y'all down with me from the beginning. I hope y'all keep the same energy moving forward. Right? So let me explain this to y'all, right? So when it was brought to our attention that the fight might not happen, BLK Prime has been my partners. This is nothing new, right? We signed Brian Norman Jr., right? Okay. We was moving forward with that. We trying to get in the boxing game, right? So when it was brought to our attention that there's a possibility that Terence Crawford and Errol Spence fight might not happen till next year, right? It might not happen till next year. So for everybody that's acting like they don't understand, this was something that Errol Spence as well knew that it might not happen till next year, right? Not this year, next year, right? Which means that Terence Crawford didn't fight since November of 2021 against Sean Porter, which means he would have been out the ring. And it was brought to his attention, right, that he won't be fighting till February or March of next year, of 2023. Right? Okay. So his team wants to stay active. Terence Crawford's team wants to stay active. Right? So a mutual party of Terence Crawford and BLK Prime, my partners, were contacted and said, listen, there's a possibility Terence Crawford might not fight this year against Errol Spence. If y'all trying to get in the game, is that something y'all would be interested in? Right? Okay. Cool. It was brought to my attention. Is this a good idea to sign Terence Crawford? Would that be good to stage a fight for Terence Crawford this year if the Errol Spence fight don't happen this year? Right? So I said, yeah, if we could sign Terence Crawford to have him fight this year, it's a one-fight deal with us. He didn't sign a multi-fight deal with us. It's a one-off fight deal. Blue is 10 toes down everywhere I go. I'm going to die with this loyalty on my body, tatted all over my body. I'm always 10 toes down. And I don't got no reason to lie to nobody. So I said, hell yeah, if we can sign Terence Crawford to do, if he want to stay busy and stay active, let's get in contact with him. Right? It's no secret that Terence Crawford don't even like Blue. But it's about business. So, okay, we got in contact with Terence Crawford. The first thing Terence Crawford said is, yeah, no problem. I'll listen to what y'all talking about, but I want to let y'all know up front, this ain't no bullshit. I ain't got to bullshit nobody. I ain't got to defend Terence Crawford. He a grown man. Terence Crawford immediately said, listen, yeah, I'll listen to what y'all got to say. But my number one objective is to secure the fight with Errol Spence. You can believe me or don't believe me. I really don't care. That's Terence Crawford words exactly. Right? So my partners got off the phone with Terence Crawford. They got out the meeting with Terence Crawford, came to me, So, hey, do you think this is something? He don't sound like he's confident in dealing with us. What should we do to prepare ourselves? I said, well, it depends how much time we're going to have. If he's dealing with negotiating with Errol Spence, it might happen. It might not happen. But for us, with Terence Crawford on the scale that he's on, we have to be prepared to be able to deal with somebody. He's not Brian Norman Jr. No disrespect or slight to Brian Norman Jr. That's on a whole different scale. Right? Okay. From that point on, we didn't talk to Terence Crawford, have any conversation with Terence Crawford for like a week. Right? Then it was brought back to our attention. They might have hit a snag in negotiations with the Errol Spence fight. Okay, cool. My partner said, listen, should we get back in contact? Let's see what he's talking about. If it's not happening, we are basing our stance on Terence Crawford, right? We basing our stance off of Terence Crawford possibly fighting Errol Spence or not fighting Errol Spence. It's just an opportunity for us. We don't know if the fight gonna come to fruition or not. So for all you idiots in there talking about Blue knew already, how the hell would I know? I don't know. I don't know if he gonna fight Errol Spence or not. I could just base off of the business part. Okay. So then it got down to the point where now my brother Keon knows this. So it got down to the point where they called us, right? And they like, listen, I'm sorry. We would have liked to entertain y'all, what y'all got going on, so on and so forth, right? But at the end, but we can't. We're gonna move forward, and I'm gonna agree to all the terms that Errol Spence want, so we can fight Errol Spence. Now, there's some things in the contract that we got to iron out with fighting Errol Spence, but we're gonna move forward with fighting Errol Spence. I'm gonna agree to all of his demands. His lawyer is saying this. Terence Crawford's lawyer is telling us this. We're gonna agree to their demands, right? Against many people's best wishes, right? Some people didn't think that he should agree, whatever, right? So Terence Crawford is going to agree. Okay, cool. No problem. It looks like we're going to go ahead with November 19th. Cool. We out the running. We focus on Brian Norman Jr. Didn't talk to Terence Crawford. Zero conversations with Terence Crawford. Right? So for all you people that don't pay attention, now let me enlighten y'all. Now that it is known, right? At the time to Terence Crawford, he didn't even know I was a silent partner with BLK Prime. People. So when I saw Terence Crawford at 7-Eleven, right? And we had the conversation that I'm telling y'all about, right? Okay. So now Terence Crawford is telling me yada yada, so on and so forth, etc. Right? As far as I knew, at that point, he's fighting Errol Spence. Then he tells me they're not trying to make the fight. I told y'all what he told me in 7-Eleven. They're not trying to make the fight. Right? Jay Jackson, you are an idiot. That's what I'm going to tell you. You are an idiot to the third power. Right? I don't have to cap about shit. Maybe you're not a real man in your life. I'm a real man in my life. I don't have to cap about nothing. Not a single thing. To nobody. So I ain't got to cap about nothing. You lucky I'm even giving you this information. You should be lucky. You should be happy that I'm even giving you this backstory information because it's all true. So then on top of that, right? So now moving forward, we out the Terence Crawford sweepstakes. We ain't got nothing to do with it, right? It's not happening. Not for us. He's fighting Errol Spence. Then we get word back that Errol Spence's team is not looking to make the fight happen to 2023. Well, Terence Crawford team wants to know, would it be possible? Because they're looking to fight in 2023. We want to fight this year. We ain't fight since November 2021. Could we squeeze in a fight in this short period of time for Terence Crawford to have a fight this year? Hence the reason why the paperwork that Keith Iddick put out there and said that they sent him a revised contract 2 weeks ago, right? That said it was revised for a deal for them to fight in 2023, not in 2022. So this is a fight for Terence Crawford to stay busy and active. He has a one-fight deal with BLK Prime. He's not signed a multi-fight deal. He signed, and Terence Crawford made it clear to us. His agenda is to fight Errol Spence. He don't want to sit on the shelf for this year. I don't care if you believe me or don't believe me. But he wanted to stay active for this year. So then we said, okay, can we make it possible to squeeze in a fight of this magnitude with us, who's new to the game, to stage a fight for Terence Crawford? Who's going to be a feasible opponent in a 6-week span? Right? Because the fight has to take place in Omaha in order for us, because it's a short period of time. We can't stage the fight in Vegas. We don't have time to promote no fights. We don't have time to do none of that. Right? So this is a fight that we're trying to, so what's the best possible place for us to stage the fight? In this short ass period of time, it will have to be in Omaha, Nebraska. Right? Okay. Calling these 2 stadiums in Omaha, Nebraska. What dates do they have available this short period of time? And I can show proof to anybody that think I'm capping. I don't got to cap to nobody. I keep all receipts. So the short period of time to secure these venues in this short period of time. There's only 2 venues in Omaha. One was already booked up because of the NCAA finals or the NCAA tournament or whatever for women. Right? The other one is halfway booked up for the NCAA women, whatever they having out there. The only date they had was December 10th. That Terence Crawford, like, listen, that's kind of late if I'm going to try to fight Errol Spence in the early part of 2023. But I got to stay active because I ain't fight since November of last year. So for all you idiots talking about, oh, Blue knew this all the time, you an asshole and an idiot. Pardon my language, kid. How would I know all this time? He just signed yesterday. And hence the reason that you should know this and pay attention, right? You have to pay attention. David Avanesyan was signed to fight, right? That's a contract that my company and my partner had to buy out. Keith Thurman is not going to take a fight with Terence Crawford right now on a 6-week notice. Okay? Jerron Boots Ennis, we have to deal with Showtime. And they want to be the mother rights. They want to hold all the rights, which means we would just be a silent partner. But we will have to put up the purse. Y'all should pay attention and be happy I'm giving you this information. We would have had to put up the purse for Terence Crawford and for Jerron Ennis, but Showtime would stage the fight. Right? Okay. So that takes Boots off the table.
It ain't Bomac. Bomac ain't nobody in contact with Bo. Terence Crawford have a whole nother person, it's not up to me to reveal, that handle all his stuff that ain't got nothing to do with Bomac.
Oh, okay.
Trust me. Bud is all in on making it. Yo, there was times that he goes, we call, he wouldn't answer us for 3-4 days at all. Not even a single text, not nothing. And then we would return. This is all facts. Y'all know I don't cap for nobody. Yo, we trying to make this fight with Errol Spence. So when people are saying that oh, he had this lined up, he didn't have this. This is all in the twilight hour. That's a fact. That's a fact. It's big facts. I in the twilight hour. The fact is, ask Mike Coppinger when he got that information to put it out for ESPN. He gonna tell you 10 minutes before he put it out. And he getting big money for it. He wanted big money for it. And this is what happens, right? My partners felt, hey, can we make a splash signing Terence Crawford? We give him big money. The problem is not them, my partners, giving anybody else big money. It's giving everybody else big money in a short period of time. And can we promote it? Can we give Keith Thurman $10 million right now? And Keith Thurman going to be ready to fight in 6 weeks. That's not going to happen. And so they're gonna lose $20 million now, right? Or let me explain something else, right? Because and I'm gonna say this, right? Because I can. It's my partners, right? A lot of the other promotional companies see us, talk to us, and feel like they're the big dogs on the block. And so they feel like they don't have to respect us. Hey, Matchroom wanted to be a partner with this, right? Okay, Matchroom want to get in, but they want to be in the driver's seat, right? Or you know, even with other fighters that we sign, right? Other companies come in. Or we have people coming when we sign Brian Norman. Oh, y'all got Brian Norman. Yeah, basically, y'all don't know what to do with that. Y'all should let us do it, right? So right now, right, with this situation with Crawford, right? Oh, y'all got interest in signing Crawford and making a tune-up fight. Oh yeah, we got a fighter, but we gonna need to be in driver's seat. But we got to pay the purse. So these are the things that are happening behind the scenes that people are not paying attention to. And I'm putting y'all up on game behind the scenes shit, and y'all not even paying attention. This is happening across the board. For Karma Serene said that she don't think this happened in a short period of time. Like why I gotta sit here and lie to y'all about having this in a short period of time? Like just there ain't nobody else even feel the need to explain anything to y'all. I'm telling you what happened in a short period of time. I don't gotta sit now. I ain't go to sleep till 6 o'clock in the morning. Why I gotta sit here and lie to you and say it happened in a short period of time? It happened in a short period of time. That's just the facts. And the great brother saying that he's disappointed. Well, y'all not paying attention. Let me explain something again. Again, even if Terence Crawford wasn't fighting David Avanesyan, he will not be fighting Errol Spence until February or March. Y'all not paying attention. If he didn't fight David Avanesyan right now in December, he still won't be fighting Errol Spence until February or March. Y'all not paying attention. With or without him fighting David Avanesyan, he still will not be fighting Errol Spence until February or March, and might be even later than that. But all right. So now this is what I'm trying to tell people, right? Top Rank gives him money guaranteed, right? So you don't have to see what they make and earn. There's only two fighters, right? I'm gonna say this, right? There's two fighters that get to know everything. That's Deontay Wilder and Canelo Alvarez.
Where the other piece at?
Right? Okay. When they telling you, right? Regardless if you want to agree with him or not, if he say I'll take a 35 split, no problem, right? I want to see 35% of what? And then I tell you, I'm not going to show you 35% of anything. They just said that they sent him a revised contract 2 weeks ago, right? To satisfy what he wanted, right? But they've been negotiating for 7 months. So why did you just send a revised contract 2 weeks ago? If you knew what it takes to make the fight happen, right? Now think about this. If they sent a revised contract 2 weeks ago, that's the beginning of October. So you sent it knowing that it ain't going to happen in November. Knowing that it's going to happen in 2023. So why didn't you send the revised contract with the quote-unquote everything he wanted more than 2 weeks ago? Why didn't you send it and get it right from the beginning? If you've been dealing with him from April, right? Okay, you knew what he wanted from April. So how come we didn't send a revised contract 2 weeks ago, more than 2 weeks ago, to secure the deal so we could get the biggest fight in boxing going on? Terence Crawford wanted to know what's 35% of what? 35% of what? That none of us on this panel ain't gonna take no deal.
So do
if I tell you money right now,
though?
money.
Yeah, I gotta know what's in the pot of gold.
Do we know if it was 35%? His nephew said he won 35%.
Oh, fuck what his nephew talking about. I'm telling you, his lawyer told me. I never mind what his nephew talking about. I'm talking about what his lawyers and everybody. Right? So now check this out, right? If his lawyers is dealing with the contract, Terence Crawford don't deal with the contract, his lawyers do. So okay, so now check it out, right? Now, granted, I'm gonna say this, dude. If I'm not sitting there, do we know for a fact, right? Oh, okay, we don't, right? What I'm saying to you is this, right? 35% of what? Not a single person on this panel is going to accept that if you don't know what it is. If I say money, I'm going to pay you based off of how many tickets we sell in this arena and how much money we garner in this arena. And at the end of the night, I'm going to just give you a 35% of what? If he want to accept it, cool. If he don't want to accept that and they want to show him whatever, cool. It is what it is. My thing is this. If money, okay, we know this, right? If you dealing with a woman and she say, yo, listen, you got to be able to do X, Y, and Z to be with me, right? You know this, all this time you're trying to be with this woman. You got to do X, she ain't never changed her stance, right? Now you wait till you see in the twilight hour, I'm going to do it. And she be like, oh, well, why didn't you do it from the beginning? Now let's just wait until I have freedom. You can't blame her. So my whole thing is this, right? It's like this. So when people saying, oh, you know, Terence Crawford, I can tell you this 1,000%. He had no deal in place, at least not with us. I could guarantee you that I could show facts. I could put my life and my kids and my wife's life on that. When you putting out that much money, you dig what I'm saying? You gotta be wary, but the thing is, you know what I'm saying, they willing to make a mark to get into the sport. So we're gonna take a loss, cool.
Okay.
The thing is, can we take a $20 million loss? No. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If we're gonna break even or take a $1 million loss, cool.
It's worth it to get in the dust.
To let people know that we serious about the sport. You know what I'm saying? So this is the thing that people not understanding, right? We just trying to let people know that we serious about getting in the sport. It has nothing to do with us trying to stop Errol Spence or secretly having a fight for Terence Crawford already in place, so he ain't want to really fight. That's not the case at all. That's a figment of everybody's imagination. This was a twilight last hour. Hey, yo, listen. Yeah. Exactly. And guess what? It just hey, this the venue open for this date. Can we use this date? Yeah. Right. I can tell y'all right now. This is a true story. We don't, and I don't even know if I should say this, but I'm gonna tell y'all. Listen, we still setting up the press conference. So how the fuck we don't? If we had everything set, I would tell y'all right now, because guess what? It banks on making money. So I would tell y'all, hey, listen, go right now, and we going to do X, Y, and Z. It's still being ironed out. That's because it's the last second. To Terence Crawford is just like, yo, listen. I know people want to see the fight and frustrated and all that, and I'm cool with that. I want to see the fight just like everybody else.
Why David Avanesyan, no Blue? Why David? Out of all people, why David Avanesyan? Where did that come from?
Because. So I was looking at. I'm like, all right, can we make it with boots? We can. Not in 6 weeks, and Showtime want to be in control. So it wouldn't be BLK Prime. It's going to be a Showtime event. You see what I'm saying? So that takes him off the table, right? I'm just looking at the ranking system. You understand what I'm saying? Conor Benn is off the table. Virgil Ortiz, Oscar De La Hoya, Golden Boy, flat out ain't happening. That's the answer. Flat out. Hey man, y'all got any interest? That's not happening. Right? Not even an option to even negotiate. Okay, that wasn't happening. Virgil Ortiz ain't happening. Mm-hmm. Right? Keith Thurman wants $7 million to $10 million. Is he in shape? Can he do it right now? Is that going to be possible? And we have to get the okay from Al and the PBC. Is that going to happen? Are they going to pivot from this negotiation with Errol Spence right now in this short period of time and pivot to make a fight with Keith Thurman? They're not going to do it, right? Right. So that takes
Rashidi Ellis.
He's under contract with the PBC too.
Yeah, he with PBC.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that, again, that comes into Fox and Showtime, which we would have to respect, right? Because they're the grandfathers. Who are we to come in and be like, yo, we want Rashidi Ellis to fight Terence Crawford on our platform? they're gonna be like, hey, they don't even want to do that with the zone right now, let alone with us that never even staged the fight. They're gonna be like, yo, bro, we the big dogs on this block. You know what I'm saying? So I just went down the list in the ranking system. I say, yo, David Avanesyan is ranked number 4 in the WBC. David Avanesyan is ranked number 8 in the IBF. David Avanesyan is ranked number 6 in the WBO. Makes sense. Is he gonna break bank? Let's reach out to him. David Avanesyan got a fight November 19th. We up against the clock. Is it even worth trying to pay him? Because now, who is there that Terence Crawford could even fight? Because I'm gonna tell y'all, Terence Crawford wasn't even trying to hear fighting David Avanesyan. So when people was like, "Oh man, it took convincing." Like, bro, in this short period of time, it's either you gonna fight this dude or you ain't gonna fight this year. Because ain't nobody else even available or feasible at this time. Boots is under contract with Showtime, right? So Boots is not gonna break bank. Right, I got a relationship with Bozy and Boots. I'm like, listen, you think that's feasible? But we got to deal with Steven Espinosa and Showtime. They're gonna. Boots is the darling. Obviously, he the future. Right, he the future, right? Or you gonna put the future in the ring and we the A side and we controlling it with a company that you never even heard of? Like, let's be real. I believe in. It's my partners. I believe in them. I believe we're going to do big things. But Showtime is already established. I'm putting Boots in the ring with Bud Crawford, right? And y'all going to control this? And who are we? What are we supposed to do in 6-7 weeks? What part do we play in this? Oh, we will have to be in control. So then, how do we stand the game and do anything? No, we don't lose. Guess what we turn into? Just a name on the promotion.
Go ahead,
Omar Wale Perry said, you know damn well they ain't reach out to Boots. Didn't I just say we did? Y'all have a heart. Paying attention is too expensive. I just said there was no point in doing that. We willing to go above and beyond to make a splash, opposed to that PBC is established. We just trying to make a name. Right, so you know, us giving him $10 million, you know,
so
what I'm saying?
David Avanesyan, man, he gonna take it.
Right. So we just trying to make a splash. Where PBC may say, hey, bro, they have. Okay, so coach, this is the thing, right? We just trying to get a name to let the world know we about this business, and we do have the funds, and we looking to make it happen. You understand what I'm saying? Where PBC have leverage, they can be like, listen, I don't got to pay you X, Y, and Z. They already established. They ain't making a name for themselves. And maybe people can say, hey, y'all overpaid. You know what I'm saying? You went above and beyond, and I'm gonna tell you this: we may have even overpaid David Avanesyan. You understand what I'm saying? Like, so just for us to be able to put our name out there and get our name out there. You understand what I'm saying? So it's going to be.
I mean, you doing what you
like.
You
for
doing
instance,
what you
right?
Gotta do, Blue. I understand.
But for instance, coach, check me out, right? Errol ain't fighting in Omaha. You understand what I'm saying?
But like I said, you doing what you gotta do. I understand.
Right, but just hear me out, coach. Listen to this, right? We giving Terence Crawford. We gonna let you fight in Omaha. We gonna give you $10 million. We gonna let you fight in your. You understand what I'm saying? We're negotiating with Errol Spence is a neutral thing. So of course he's gonna accept all that because we concede into everything he wants. You understand what I'm saying? Opposed to him having he's negotiating. Okay, let me say this. He's negotiating with PBC. He's not negotiating with us, if that makes sense. Let me say this, right, coach? He very well might, right? But he's guaranteed to make it what we giving him. So with fighting Errol Spence, you might make $10 million, more than $10 million, based off of what the fight do. Which now, obviously, coach, we feel like the fight is going to sell very well, right? I have no doubt. I think Errol Spence, Terence Crawford gonna do 800,000 pay-per-views. And some people could say I'm crazy, but I think that it's the most anticipated fight, right? So I expect them to do massive numbers, right? But what I'm saying is, it's just not guaranteed, right? Well, with us, we're gonna guarantee him 10 million right now. No ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Go ahead.
To Jay Cooley, right? Talking about, wow, now you doubting he not going to make money, but months ago the content energy was different. Did I just say you motherfuckers is retarded? And I hope all y'all keep the same energy when it comes to when on my platform. I hope y'all keep the same energy. I ain't never said the fight wasn't going to do no money. If you pay attention, it's not hard to pay attention, right? I just said that we just guarantee him. There's a difference between not knowing and guaranteeing, right? I believe that him and Errol Spence is going to make buku money. I believe the fight going to do 850,000 pay-per-views, right? I believe it's going to do 850 upwards. I believe that Showtime and PBC should give Errol and Spence and Errol and Bud $20 million a piece. That's how much I believe in them. If you're gonna give it to Canelo, give it to Errol, give it to Bud. I believe in the fight. I ain't never said the fight wasn't gonna sell. If you niggas pay attention, y'all be pissing me off, man. I didn't say it wasn't gonna sell. I just said that it's the difference between me saying, nigga, here goes a guaranteed 10 million, opposed to me telling you how the fight does. Based off of the fight, you're gonna get 10 million. There's two different things. It's not Errol Spence. It's not Errol Spence. I keep saying that. People keep saying, oh, you saying you putting on Errol. Man, you motherfuckers can't get out your own way in boxing. I never said it was Errol Spence. Errol Spence can't make what I've been saying all this time. Errol Spence can't make them pay what. Okay. Let me say this, right? Y'all been getting hints 1,000 times and nobody paying attention. Deontay Wilder said, this is the business. He's trying to hint and telling you. When he was asked about Errol Spence and Terence Crawford, go back and look at Deontay Wilder's comment. When I interviewed, he said, I don't think it's gonna happen. He said, I don't think it's gonna happen, but that's the business. Right? Okay, what did Sean Porter tell you? We need to stop working off of percentages and give these fighters the money that they want. Sean Porter been dealing with them all this time. Sean Porter said it twice. He said it twice. He said, listen, we need to stop with this percentage talk and give the fighters what they want. But instead, what we keep saying is, nobody said it was Errol Spence. I'm not saying it's Errol Spence. I never pushed it off for Errol Spence. What I'm saying is this, right? When people talking about, Terence Crawford had this plan in place, if he had a plan in place, it wasn't with us. That's what I can tell you. It wasn't with us. Terence Crawford told us, and I'm giving y'all the honest truth. I ain't got no reason to lie. I ain't got time to make up stories. I got a wife and 9 kids that look for my time. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got time to make up stories. Terence Crawford, from the moment we was even put in contact and thought that the fight might not happen, to give us an opportunity to show that what we could do. The moment we had any conversation, his immediate, hey, I'm trying to fight Errol Spence. Now y'all can make of it what you want. Hey, he ducking, he good. Hey, listen, what could I tell you? All I can tell you is what he told us. It wasn't like Terence Crawford came over here and we was willing to give Terence Crawford this money. And Terence Crawford was saying, hey, yeah, I'll let y'all know. I'll keep y'all posted. Then his lawyer came back and said, listen, we're going to accept these terms, so on and so forth. We appreciate y'all even, we flattered that y'all even extended, yada, yada, yada. And they disappeared. Ain't had no conversation with them for a week. Over. We focusing on a card November 12th in Kansas. Not even thinking about it. Not even thinking about it.
So where's
go
the
ahead,
pay-per-view? What's the pay-per-view gonna be on?
On our platform, BLK Prime. So right, I'm glad you said that, right, Key?
Can we
All right,
expect
so now
Norman to be a part of that event?
yeah, and some other names. Y'all gonna be surprised. Some other names that we in conversation with. It ain't just Terence Crawford. So I mean, it's easy to put the bullseye on Terence Crawford, but it's other fighters that you be like, wait, I thought this fighter. Yeah, right. That's gonna tell you about the business part of it, right? Some of your favorite fighters that you be thinking, oh man, this and that. Yeah, okay, they in contact. So my thing is this, right? Is that if we right now we're unproven. You know what I'm saying? We're not proven. So if we do, like I said, any contact information, hey, can we make a fight with Virgil Ortiz Jr.? They like, who? Nah, we good. Virgil got plans. Okay, no problem. You know what I'm saying? Any big company, they want to be in control because we are unproven. Hey, money, if you're not going to fight in 2022 until 2023, we're not holding up anything. So it's just idiotic for people to say, oh, he's ducking. He's ducking who? Right now, they're not going to fight until 2023. Nothing stops. And from our understanding,
which compromises Errol Spence.
It was February or March. Now I know Dan Raphael put out there February 4th, right? But now think about this. When Dan Raphael said February 4th, we was trying to set up the contract to sign for them to sign yesterday. When Dan Raphael said, hey, yesterday they're going to fight February 4th. Right? So what from my understanding was February or March. So which means it can't be February 4th. We were surprised. Like, yo, this is really going to happen?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, this is really going to happen right now? You know what I'm saying? Like, so when people like, oh, Blue knew this, or what are you talking about? I knew what? I don't got time to sit there. If I knew that, if I told y'all this, I knew this, right? And this didn't come from Terence Crawford's side at all. I knew that they wasn't going to fight this year. And not only did I tell you that, and that did not come from Terence Crawford's side at all whatsoever. Not in the least bit. I knew they wasn't going to fight this year, as I've been telling y'all. And then Floyd Mayweather told y'all it wasn't going to happen this year. But I told you the target date was November 19th. And that's the date Terence Crawford was telling us, hey, we trying to fight November 19th. No problem. Right? So I told y'all they wasn't fighting this year. How long ago I've been telling y'all they're not fighting this year? I believe it's going to happen. And maybe it's just the fan in me. You know what I'm saying? Whether I'm involved or not. I really don't. You know what I'm saying? I just want to see the best fight to back. I want to see Errol Spence and Terence Crawford. Like I tell everybody, this was just an opportunity that presented itself for us. You know what I'm saying? And we jumped at it. I want to see Errol Spence and Terence Crawford fight. Terence Crawford tells us, hey, listen, I'm focused on Errol Spence next, yada, yada, yada. He wasn't, we didn't even have the slightest conversation about multi-fights and all of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was just, hey, bro, could y'all give me a stay busy fight right now? Since this ain't happening right now. It's plain and simple. And I know people don't want to hear it. And it's easier for, me to make up this whole elaborate. So it was simple as, hey, man, this ain't going to happen right now. In a short period of time. Could y'all make this fight happen? Could y'all get me active? Plain and simple. Hey, let's try to make it happen. He never talked to us about fighting, 10,000 fights and none of those. You know what I mean? So it was always, his focus was always Errol Spence. Now, I mean, people could believe it, or they could believe what they want, but that's always been his focus with us. It's like, listen,
I'm trying to make this fight happen, yada yada yada. You know what I'm saying? Because, and the reason that it came up that way, so maybe people could maybe people could get a better understanding, right? Our conversations, right, with them has been, hey, it don't look like this is happening, and his response is always, but I'm trying to make this happen. So he wasn't, you know what I'm saying? It's like, hey, I hear you having problems in your relationship. You trying to go on this date? Nah, I'm good. I'm trying to work it out type of situation. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of situation it's been from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Like people saying, oh, we knew and he had this trick up his sleeve the whole. No, that's not the case. You know what I'm saying? No, it came out of left field. Hey man, it ain't happening. Let's make it happen.